What's up, guys? Wesley back here again today. Yeah, don't mind the orange and green combo. I was feeling kind of festive. Red shorts were dirty. Anyway, anyway, so not important. What's important today is that I've been talking to a lot of people. Okay, I've talked to a lot of people, especially since the last video came out. Um, and I got some good feedback. I got a lot of good things. Music was too loud. Got it. Turned it down. Turned it off. Uh, and another thing is, I want you guys to know that guys, girls alike, can all benefit from what I'm trying to say here, okay? I know I said you guys, I said lifting, I talked a lot about lifting weights, but the balance between diet and exercise and the things that are associated with that apply to male and female alike. And I've actually had a lot of people reach out to me and share some experience with me and ask me, what can I do to lose weight? How can I stay motivated? So in this video, if there's any take home from it whatsoever, it is that unless you want it, and you want it with everything inside of you, more than you want anything else, more than you want Wendy's, more than you want KFC, more than you want, more than you want anything. You want to lose weight and you want to make the lifestyle change, whether it be lose weight, whether it be gain muscle, whether it be become better at a sport, uh, become better at a hobby. We all know that we have to invest. We have to give our time. We have to give our energy, and we have to focus on that. And we have to make it our main focal point. So unless we are going to prioritize this and make it our top priority, and get it out there, then we're not going to be as successful as we want to be. And I see a lot of people get discouraged. And I am very bad about getting discouraged, okay? So don't let me stand here and say, oh, I see you getting discouraged. You shouldn't. You're doing great. Because today, I was so discouraged. I was talking to some friends of mine in just a group chat that we're in, like an accountability group chat that I had started. And I was talking to them. I was like, man, it has been 19 days. It's been 19 days since I've really had any significant losses. And to lose 64 pounds and like get after it, and then like your diet be on point, your exercise be on point, and then it just to stand still, it's kind of demoralizing. But then I got to thinking, it's been the holidays. I've been really stressed out. About a lot of things like financial and life gets in the way sometimes. So I really focused in on what was going on with me, and I realized, some things about my diet and my nutrition that had slipped to the wayside. Not necessarily that I was eating too much because my calories were there, but I was missing some portions that you can't afford to miss, Especially I'm halfway into like 130-pound transformation. I'm trying to go the distance here, and so I really need to make sure that I stay on top of these things, because missing nutrients, especially in a deficit, is really going to hurt me later on. So I identified some problems, and then I stepped back, and I had to realize that it's not always going to be easy, And not saying it was easy, because I worked really hard, but it's not always going to be you diet and the weight comes off. Sometimes, hormones have a lot to do with it. The production of cortisol, things like that. It's going to take time, and you're going to retain more water some days. Your digestive tract's not going to move as fast some days. And some months you have really good months. You might drop 15 pounds, and then other months you're going to have slow months. You might not drop any. So I had to take away from that I need to be positive, because 64 pounds is a long way to come. And if there's anything I can give you, is to celebrate the small victories, Celebrate the small victories. So 5-10 pounds, don't go out and eat 5,000 calories at a meal. That's not what I'm telling you to do. In fact, I think cheat days, unless you mentally need one, are kind of absurd, because if it's a lifestyle change and it's truly sustainable, I don't think you necessarily need a break from it. So that's something to think about, is that if you don't feel like you need a break from it and you feel like, you're just chugging along, you're losing some weight, you're like, you're making the right changes so that you can sustain it for the long haul. But that's my outlook on cheat days, really, is that, so since I've started, albeit, Thanksgiving, my family cooked a meal, so I will eat. But consciously, I said, in my head, I'm to the point where I'm like, oh, carbs go here, protein goes here. I make a plate. I make it around where my macros should be. I don't know how much they cooked it. Like, I don't know if they cooked it in fat or if they cooked it in non-fat pan spray. I don't know, if it's 93% lean. I don't know anything like that. But, the experience that I've gained over the course of the duration of this, this diet, I now know roughly where things are at, so I can make informed, healthy decisions based on that. And that's what I find myself doing. So last weekend we went out to eat, me and like 30 of my friends. We all went out. So of course I go out and I have to eat, because I'm not going to be the guy that goes out and misses the opportunity to spend time with friends just because I want to, I don't want to eat and I can't handle the pressures. So, could have easily said no, but I'm going to go out and I'm going to enjoy myself with my friends. So I go out and we go to Taco Mac, okay? And so I'm looking down the menu and I see that wings are 40 calories each, okay? And then I look at the sauces, and the sauces have calories, so I get a dry rub sauce, or a dry rub as my sauce. It's only 5 calories added per wing, so I'm like, okay, 45 calories a wing. I'll get 10 of them, and I'll get some carbs. Let me get some fries, and then yes, I ate 900 calories, but I knew I was going, and I actually did a mile and a half more of cardio. So I was like, man, I got to mentally do this. I'm not gonna mess up my diet, So it's little sacrifices. Did I get to go eat the 2,000 calories of lasagna? No, of course not. I would never do that. Anyway, but no, I didn't eat the 2,000 calories of lasagna. I had the 900 calories of wings and potatoes, but I also accounted for it by doing the cardio. So another takeaway I think that everyone should just get on board with is the fact that it's going to take compromise between your diet, your lifestyle, your friends, your social life. Like, everything is going to have to mesh. It is all going to come to a head at some point. And you need to be prepared for that, and you need to know where your priorities lie. And then also, you need to do your due diligence to stay on your diet or your lifestyle change or your plan that you have made, because you owe it to yourself. And what I want to finish with, because I just had a lot of like random thoughts today for this video. What I want to finish with is, I had an old friend of mine. Now, I'm not going to disclose a name or go out on anything like that, but I had an old friend of mine message me. And she messaged me. She said, hey, I saw your video and I just want to know how to stay motivated, And she said, I want to know how to stay motivated. And she said, I want to know how you continue on, because I'm almost 8 months in now, 9 months in, because she said she would go really strong for a month and then she would get impatient and she would be upset that she wasn't seeing what she wanted to see. And I told her, I said, for me, I had to realize that we eat for purpose, not for pleasure, but for purpose. We eat so that we can survive, so that we can function, and so that we can evolve. Okay? And so, thinking about that, I also thought about the time that you have happiness while you eat. Because everybody gets a small release of dopamine or some form of gratification from eating something that tastes good. Not saying that diet or lifestyle change food has to taste bad. It doesn't. But when you get this gratifying feeling from eating a cheeseburger or a pizza or lasagna or a birthday cake, like anything like that, it's fleeting. So you have this 30 to 90 seconds of, wow, this is good. And then immediately after, you're left with the remnants of, wow, that was good. But now I suffer the immediate consequences of that. So the 2 minutes that I ate this hamburger or this carton of ice cream, or, you know, the 2 minutes that I ingested that, now when I go to the beach, I'm going to spend 2 weeks not wanting to take my shirt off and being uncomfortable. So think about that. Think about going out and feeling comfortable in your skin next time. Think about going out and taking your shirt off and feeling good about something that you built. It's like you come to your house, and we're making a new deck on the house here, but it's like coming home and showing your neighbor, hey, look at this nice new addition to my house that I worked really hard on. You know, it's like I took pride in this. I made it happen, and I want to show it off. It's not because you're vain or because, you know, you're arrogant. It's because this is something that you take pride in. And I think that you should all take pride in your body. And I think that you should all take pride in the things that mean a lot to you, you know? So why would this be any different? So yeah, just prioritize it and think about all of those times that you have wanted so desperately to be in a better physical spot, and then reevaluate the food that's sitting in front of you and see if that's something that you want to do, you know? Because when I think about it, I'm like, man, I've dieted really hard for 8 months. Super hard for 8 months. Can't wait for it to be over. And then I think again, and I'm like, well, you know, I've learned a lot about myself, about nutrition, about muscle gain, about things in the body I didn't know existed. And so I think I'm like, wow, I've grown as a person in the past 8 to 9 months. More so than I have grown muscle. More so that I have lost weight. I have grown as a person. So, but I take pride in this now. I want to bodybuild. I want to look good with a shirt off. I want these things. But I want them for myself, not for others. So that's the take home. That's what the video is about. Feel good in your skin, feel good in the lifestyle that you build, and realize that there are better things out here for us than foods that satisfy our cravings and make us feel good for 10, 20 minutes, you know? This is our one opportunity in this life to build a body that we are proud of and to feel good in our skin. So, anyway, sorry that got deep at the end. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you want to see more content, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to upload a video every couple of days here, and I'm going to keep you going with my progress. So right now, I'm still maintained at 184. 284. I'm sorry. 284. I'm still maintained at 284, down from 352 about 8 months ago. And I'm actually going to do a transformation, you know, whenever I get to 275. I'm going to do a transformation for you guys, let you see where I came from and where I'm at now. I'm going to go over some lifting stuff, because when I started the gym, I was super weak, and now, you know, in the first almost a year, I have gained some muscle. So I'm going to do some lifting stuff and you know, just talk about that briefly. But I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Thank you.